fellow booktubers, my name is Lauren, you're watching Dreams, Books, Courage, and today I'm doing a Top 5 Wednesday video. I feel like I haven't done one of these in a while, but I definitely love the topic for this week, which is your favorite Jokester characters. And I feel like these type of characters really make a book sometimes. And I'm really excited to share my top 5 with you, so let's go ahead and get into them. So in my top 5 spot we have Rose Hathaway from the Vampire Academy series by Rochelle Mead. Rose is just such a kick-butt and awesome and witty female character, and reading from her perspective throughout 6 books was just an awesome thing because she always has some funny thing to say. Like, even in the darkest of situations, it seems like Rose always has some witty remark to say. She's one of my favorite characters that I've ever read, and her being hilarious, it just adds on to that. In the 4th place spot, we have Percy Jackson from the Percy Jackson and the Olympian series, as well as the Heroes of Olympus series, both by Rick Riordan. Percy is just such a funny character. I love reading from his perspective. Even whenever he's against these huge monsters or gods, he still says something funny because he just always feels like he needs to, and his comebacks are just like the best thing ever. I miss reading these books just because of Percy's voice and his hilarity. In the 3rd place spot, we have another character of Rochelle Mead's, and that is Adrian, mostly from the Bloodline series by Rochelle Mead. Adrian is just such a funny character, especially whenever Sydney's talking to him. He always has to remark on everything in such a funny way, and I just love that he's in these books because although there is a lot of depth to the character of Adrian, he seems to add a lot of lightness to the story, especially for Sydney, and it seems like he says the funniest of things whenever he's flirting with Sydney. In the 2nd place spot, we have Magnus Bane from pretty much all of Cassandra Clare's books, from the Mortal Instruments series and the Infernal Devices series, as well as the book he has by himself, which is the Bane Chronicles. He is just so funny, and I can see why you'd need a book just of Magnus Bane, because he's just an outlandish and a hilariously funny character. He's lived for hundreds of years, and so he's definitely learned a lot about life, but he's also managed to keep his life very full of humor, and I feel like his humor is how he gets by. Again, he's a character that is not afraid to make a witty remark to anyone, and I just love that about him. And in the 1st place spot, we actually have a middle grade book, and that is Diary of a Wimpy Kid by Jeff Kinney, and Greg Heffley is definitely the star of these books. Like, even though I'm 18 years old, I still find these books so hilarious and also so relatable. Greg just has the most embarrassing things happen to him, and just the way he tells his stories are just so funny, and especially in the 9th book of the series, which is called The Long Haul. It is just like non-stop funny. I could not stop laughing while reading it. Like, even if I was in a public place and I was reading it, I would just burst out laughing. So even if you think you're in high school or you're an adult and you think that you're too old to read these books, I definitely think you aren't. And you should definitely give them a try because I think these books are just funny for anyone. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I would love to know down below who you think is the funniest character that you've read. And also, if you did a Top 5 Wednesday video on this, be sure to link it down below and I will definitely go and watch it. Now I'm gonna go get back to reading.